What up, y'all? Your boy is back with another one on the grind one more time. And I am actually en route to go meet a guy who is selling some Chevelle parts. He's actually parting out, I think, a couple Chevelles, but this particular one is a 4-door Chevelle, although mine is a 2-door coupe. I'm actually going to see if I can get and score a front inner fender off him. I actually need both driver and passenger, but I think he said he had the passenger side, if I'm not mistaken. So when it comes to those parts that are kind of like pretty specific to the car, as far as body panels and things like that, my body guy and painter guy said it's usually better just to kind of get OEM kind of stuff, not aftermarket if you can, although some aftermarket stuff is good. But he says usually like inner fenders and things like that fit a little bit more true if they are OEM or original style to the car. So I'm gonna go see what he has here. He says he has one that's in good shape. Unfortunately, I think the other side is gone already. Somebody went and came and got it already. So, I mean, if I get 1 out of 2, that's great. Maybe I can score another one sometime down the road. So, I did see that he had a 2-door Chevelle next to it. So, I might ask him and see what's up. So, we'll see. I'll just bring a little extra cash just in case. And you know, kind of, we'll see. So it's only about 15 minutes from my house. So sometimes I get a little weird about going to people's houses and locations, especially if I have to like go in their garage or pull the part myself or something like that. So this is a case. It looks like the car is at some big shop and it's outside. So we'll see what's up. You know, I'll try to be as safe as I can. And you know, I got my buddy with me too, if you guys catch my drift. Anyways, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and head out here. I'm gonna try to see if he'll let me film too. I don't know. You know, some people are kind of weird about filming on their property, so we'll see. I don't want to film like his property. I just want to film me, you know, looking at the car and pulling the part off the car and things like that. So we'll see. If not, no big deal. I'll just kind of just let you know what I have if I get it and if I get anything extra. So we shall see. All right, stay tuned.
Here at the car, and I've already been working on it for probably about an hour or so because I wanted to try to get it done before it got dark. So this is a 4-door, I think 72 Chevelle, and you know, and there's not a whole lot that can be transferred over to the 2-door coupe from my understanding. I mean, definitely some interior pieces and things like that, but you know, being a 4-door, I'm not going to be able to use too much. I took what I could. It's in pretty rough shape for the most part. I took some other little things. Now, I originally was coming here for the front inner fender. However, it ended up being plastic and only the passenger side was there anyway. So he said that he didn't really have any idea that it was plastic. Anyways, I was able just to take some other small pieces as well. This was the plastic inner fender well. It's in good shape, but I'm not looking for plastic. I need a metal one. So I just figured that I would just take some small items while I was here. And this is kind of what I took here. So I've actually been looking for some of these. Now this is for a 4-door. These are like the bow headliner rods that hold the headliner up. So it's kind of like a suspended headliner. If you can see some of the headliners hanging right here. These hold that headliner in place, and I don't think that the 4-door can cross over to the 2-door. However, I actually have a set of these rods, but I'm missing one. So I've actually been looking for one that somebody was parting out so I can, you know, take the rods off it. And the complete set is here, so I figured at least hopefully one of these would fit because I only need one. And so this is a score here because I think brand new these are like 130 bucks for the set. Also just some small items here. I'm missing one of these little rear parking lights from the side of the quarter panel, so I'm missing one of those. So I thought I would take, you know, that set as well. These seat belts actually go up top up here, so they don't have a over-the-shoulder type of seat belt. So they had one where it would mount up there by these little clips, and you would just fold it up there and just kind of leave it up there, and if you needed one, then you would just kind of grab it and put it over your shoulder and buckle it in. I took them. They're in pretty rough shape, but I have some used ones that I was going to actually dye, and what I'll probably do is just scuff this up really good and just probably just paint it, you know, because I don't really want to try to buy a new set unless they're really rough. Then maybe I'll buy some new ones, but I figured I'd just take them since I was here. And since I'm going on my car, I haven't really told you guys, but there's not going to really be any chrome on the car. So like all this stuff, I'm actually going to do like a black chrome. And so with that being said, I just figured that I would just scuff these up and just paint them like a black chrome. That way they'd be good. As long as the pitting isn't too bad, then I'll work with it. But I figured I would just take them since I was here. If not, worst case, I'll just buy some new ones. Another deal that I've been looking for is these. So these are the front little headliner pieces. So this molding right here, I don't have. Oh, actually, I might have that molding, but I don't have this this little sheet metal piece of frame, or I think it's called the headliner frame or something like that. But I'm actually missing this one. And again, a set of these actually costs you know, a fair amount of money. So I'm pretty sure that the front set would fit. It's two pieces because in the center up here, it's broken up by the rear view mirror. So I'm actually missing this set, and so I figured that I would take it. It was a pain in the butt. As you can see, a lot of the roof was rusting away. However, I think this actually is pretty good shape, so I'll clean it up. So this was a major score. Hopefully it will work for the two-door. I think from my understanding and from what I've heard, pretty much everything from the front of the car to like kind of like here in this area is pretty much the same. It's the rear of the car that's different. So obviously with it being a 4-door, and then the back window is different. But from my understanding, from kind of here up is all pretty much the same. I know the inner fenders cross over from 68 to 72, so 4-door, coupe, SS, whatever. I heard those are all pretty similar. So that's why I came here to grab that, but it's okay. I was able to at least score some parts that I've been looking for a while, and I gave him a little bit of money. I actually just gave him what I was going to pay for the inner fender, and he kind of just let me pick at the car. So that ended up working. I don't really need anything as far as dash parts or anything like that from, you know, at least what I can remember. I might, again, I'll take the license plate frame, and then I might, nah, I don't think so. I was thinking about taking this windshield wiper motor, but I'd probably just buy that new, you know, so I don't know, with it being, you know, such an old car, who knows if that's the original or not. So anyways, I'll try to look over it one more time just to kind of see, and then I'll get out of here. But he has a lot of cars here, man. Like, he actually has that Chevelle he's restoring. He has like a GTO over in the corner. He has a G-body, I think it's a Grand National or a Regal, or it could be a GN clone, I'm not sure. But I'll do a quick once over of this car. Again, pretty rough shape, but you know, it is what it is. Front grille, that's all cracked up. I actually have that grille, I think. But you know, that's the best of shape. He's actually a really cool guy. He was like, you know, before he gets rid of the car, he just really wants to try to part it out and whatever anybody needs. He'd rather have those parts being used and get on the road. So actually the trunk floor pan is actually not that bad. But you know, it's seen better days. It's rusted really bad over here in another area. So let me go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm getting ready to leave here. You can see how dark it is, but I'm gonna see if I can get some of these whips on the way out. That looks like a Chevelle. Chevelle right there, if you guys can see. A little Nova hatchback. Yeah, man. He got all kinds of whips here, little Judge. Again, and I don't want to be all up in this grill filming without him knowing. All right, you guys, I am back out of that scary, shady place. Nah, it wasn't shady, man. Dude was cool. You know, you just, when you're in a situation in a place where you're unfamiliar with and everything, and you know, I was in the back of his house in a shop, and it was cars everywhere, and you know, I mean, if something could have happened, you know, nobody would have ever known. But you know, hate to think that way, but you have to, just because you wanna keep yourself safe. But anyways, I was able to get some things that I didn't think that I would actually come across. And you know, with these Chevelles, I mean, when somebody's parting out a Chevelle, which is really, really rare, at least in a two-door, or you know, Chevelles don't pop up in the junkyard or anything like that. It's just crazy. So I came across this four-door, as you guys already know, and I went there for an inner fender well because I wanted to get one that was OEM, but I think it was OEM, but it was plastic. And from my understanding, he didn't even realize that it was plastic from what he was saying, you know, and he's been working on cars for years. But he said he didn't even realize it was plastic. He was actually in a bad accident and whatnot, and he was actually limping, and he wasn't even awake when I got there. I actually woke him up. But you know, he actually felt really bad, and then he messaged me after, you know, saying that he would reach out to his friend and see if his friend had a set, because his friend actually has a couple Chevelles. So he said he'll see if his friend has a set, and if he does, he'll just have his friend bring him over and he'll just charge me $100 for the set. So that would be a come up if that happens. I did get some pieces while I was there. I was like, might as well just take them and kind of go from there. So we'll see if I can clean some of this stuff up that can be usable for me to put in my car, which I think it will be. So I'll just start off with some of these. In the Chevelle, the headliner piece actually is kind of like a suspended headliner, so it hangs down from the actual roof itself by these little bows here. So the bows that I have, I'm actually missing one or two of them. Now, this being a four-door, I probably won't be able to use all of them, but I figured that, you know, maybe if I just take them, which they were a pain in the butt to get out, that I could maybe piece one or two together in combination with my current set, and hopefully I can use that versus buying a new set. Hopefully I can use that. Mine looked exactly like this when I got them. I just kind of took a wire wheel to them and then used some Pour 15 spray on them and called it good. So it actually turned out really, really good. So I took these, and this right here also, this is the headliner frame. I think it's what it's called, headliner frame. So your headliner is held up by these bows, and then the edges of the headliner are actually attached to this. So these actually bolt in just around the surrounding edges of the car. They're screwed in, and then right here, this is actually the molding that goes over it to cover it. But what you do is the headliner fabric is actually wrapped around like this, and it's glued to the edge here. So there's a little flange here that you glue it to, and I think it has little teeth as well in the back end where it kind of grabs, if you guys can kind of see that. And then you use like contact cement, and then you put this decorative molding edge over the top of it. So it's kind of cool that this decorative piece, or I don't know, molding piece is still attached, because you know, I might be able to use it. I actually still have mine, so that's a good thing that I still have mine, but I took these as well. And the odd thing is the ones that I have are also green. So anyways, the ones that I have currently don't have the two front pieces, and I seriously never thought that I would have come across another car that had them, and lo and behold, these did. So these are probably the only two pieces I would have been able to use and take anyway, and they're the two pieces that I need. So I am thinking that they should work, because like I was saying earlier, everything from what I heard from pretty much the dash, the top of the windshield up,
is pretty much like a 71 Chevelle coupe. And then once you start getting to kind of the back half, you're kind of limited on what you could use for a two-door coupe Chevelle. So hopefully these will line right up, and if not, I think I might be able to just make them work anyway. We'll see, but I'm glad I scored those. These are the two seatbelt pieces that go over the shoulder. So how they're mounted is they're actually mounted on the inside, but like right up here on the edge of the roof, and they're just bolted in, if you guys can see here, by these two bolts here. And then you have these two little clips that are kind of separated, you know, somewhat like that. And then the seat belt actually folds, and you slide it up there, and it's held up by those clips right up here. So they're not like these, if you can see that, where they kind of retract. They just kind of sit up here. So it was kind of back in the day where I don't think the over the shoulder straps were mandated. I don't think these came into like the late 70s, I believe. You only needed the lap strap or the lap belt. But they must have came as an option. They were mounted up here. So I actually went ahead and took them, and what I'll probably do is just try to clean them up, and they should work pretty good. And these are the screws for them there as well too. So like I was saying earlier, what I'm gonna do to my Chevelle, and I probably haven't told you guys yet, is everything that's chrome on the Chevelle, I'm gonna do it black chrome. And I just thought it'd be something different. Every old school car that I've had has always had chrome. I've never had like painted bumpers or anything like that. So if you watch my previous videos, you'll know that I actually powder coated the bumpers, kind of like a satin black. But I thought it would be really dope to do like a black chrome to kind of accent it, do a little offset, so to speak. So what I'll probably do, since I'm going that theme, is probably try to get these also black chromed, just to kind of tie in from the outside to the inside a little bit as well too. So there would be very little chrome on the inside, but if I can do as much of the black chrome that I can, then I will. So, and I think that'll help cover some of this little like rusted area there as well too. So hopefully that'll turn out really good. We'll see if I can get those chrome in just small pieces like this that I can just clean up and paint. I took, now this is actually part of the seat belt. So if you can see here how it's connected, I didn't really know how it came off. I figured it'd probably pop off, but this is all kind of one piece, and I broke it taking it off. So, but I think it's still, it will still stay up. Like if I clean this up a little bit, I think it will still stay up and won't fall down. And this actually goes behind the buckle here, so this rests up against the roof. So I don't know, we'll see. But these I just took just because they were there. You know, they're old and everything, and I probably honestly would never use them, but I might try to see if I can clean them up. There is a pretty good pitting there on this chrome here. I might see if I can try to save them, and then I know Duplicolor makes like a black chrome spray paint, like an anodized, I think anodized spray paint or something like that, that's black. What I might try to do is just rough these up really good, and maybe try to use some of that. You know, if not, then I might have to fork up some money just to buy some new ones, or maybe just not at all. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. So those aren't like a have to, but I just took them just because they were there. So we'll see what I end up doing. And then I actually needed another one of these. I need the passenger side, I believe. And so this one was the passenger side. I don't think this one is any good anymore because this little stud broke off and came off. So, but I think this was the side that I needed. So hopefully I still have the other one, and this should be good to go. So, and license plate frame. So I took this as well. I'll probably take this and get this powder coated and cleaned up too. So yeah, so I went ahead and took this since this was there, and that should be good. The cool thing about this all is, you know, the Chevelle is new to me, so I don't know how a lot of the stuff comes undone and goes back together. So at worst, what this did is allowed me to kind of dig into the car a little bit, take off some pieces, and kind of see how it goes back together. So like, for example, like this license plate frame, I didn't realize that this part of the frame, or this part of the license plate frame that bolts on, actually with these bolts, I took them, this actually goes through the back of the bumper, and it also goes through the rear valance, and then it goes through this, and then it all bolts in together. So the rear valance piece is a little rear valance spoiler piece that sits below the bottom of the bumper. It also mounts to this. So I had no idea. So that's good. And you know, I didn't even know how those clips went on, and just some small things, man. So you know, I'm glad I did it, you know, at the end of the day. So we'll see. We'll see if I can clean up the seat belts and clean up whatever I can use. So I'm really into kind of saving some of the small pieces, because all this here adds up. You know, when you're buying little pieces like this, and then this, and then this, and then this, it all adds up, y'all. So I'm into kind of saving as much as I can, and if I can't salvage it, then I'll just go ahead and just, you know, buy a new one. Anyways, that's pretty much what I scored. I didn't walk away with the inner fender wells, but that is okay. I'll buy some if I really need them, and well, actually I will need them, so I'll buy some when I'm ready to make that purchase, and then I'll take them to the powder coaters and go ahead and get those painted as well too. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and call this video, y'all. But you guys know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do it all, man. Do all that good stuff. I hope you enjoyed. I know it wasn't the most fun or elaborate video, but I did what I could, and I at least wanted to take you along and show you that I'm still working on the Chevelle. We are still at it. I'm still collecting parts, and yeah, we good, y'all. So I'm out of here. Deuces. Peace out. The car was so rusty. It was really, really rusty. I mean, these where are they at? Oh, this right here. This right here sits in the front of the windshield, and it was leaking so bad of water. Anytime it rains, it looks like it just leaked through, and so that's why you have some of this rusted part of it here. Now, I don't believe this so much is rusted as bad as the actual roof of the car. So a lot of this is just surfaced. These on my Chevelle were actually looked just like this, and I just took a wire wheel and cleaned them up. But the screws that held these down were rusted so bad I couldn't even twist them to get them off. And it actually, this is how rusted it was. It actually broke my screwdriver. Yo, it broke my screwdriver. What in the heck? I've never, ever seen that, ever. Crazy, y'all, crazy.